This is part 2 of our Lincoln Park TPO. We're like 95% done. We're gonna be out of here today. All right, Chicago, welcome back to another edition of our YouTube channel. I'm Jim from Anchor Point Roofing. Things never go as quickly as you think they're gonna, but we are finishing it up now and I'm really proud of it. The project's turning out amazing. Let's get into a couple things. I wanna show you some of the cool specialty little things that we've got going. Let's start with this. This had a metal piece on it before. It was probably original to the roof. It was probably 120 years old. Jesus had this custom design. We had it custom made with Chicago metal. And one thing before that the problem is it tilted out. So every time it rained, the homeowner got rain over and over and over again. And what you want to do with all the coping, you'll notice all of it around the perimeter, but especially this, it comes back in. So water comes back into the roof and goes off onto the gutter where it should, rather than just continuously dripping. This is a, a historical preservation, so you have to be very careful with what you do with the front of the building. They don't want changes on the facade. So we've got just a small edge out on the front where it barely lips over, and then he made this entire thing. The homeowner is super happy, was up here and saw this today. It turned out great. So I'm real proud of that. The black coping is just gonna look cool that we've put all the way around. It's a matte finish. And you can see right now we still have the plastic because we like to protect it. Once it's all clean, you know, all the plastic is off, it cleans up really nice and it gives it a really sharp look. One more thing, the TPO didn't remain quite as clean as we thought it was gonna. We typically have some masonry guys that come behind us that are really clean. The homeowner had his own version of masonry contractors, and I don't want to comment about that, but it didn't turn out as clean as we thought, but they did an okay job. They got it done. Check out the big skylight. It's done now. This is awesome. It's huge. I think I said this before, but it took the guys a couple hours to get this up here. It looks like art to me. It's just beautiful. It's frosted a little bit, so it doesn't let all the light in, but some of it's in the bathroom. Another item we worked on that I think was pretty cool, we made the changes and we talked about this in part 1, was this gutter. So before, there was a parapet wall here. There was the masonry, this is masonry under here. The masonry parapet wall came all the way out to here. And there was like a makeshift scupper right here where Jesus is. Well, as the guys started looking at it, they just decided that the watershed would be much better if we removed the masonry wall and designed this gutter. So they, again, with Chicago metal, they had a custom, with a 45 degree, a custom Kynar metal. It's also the matte black that's gonna match this. So it looks really sharp. We've still got to put the hangers on it and clean it up. One thing we're using now, check out these breather vents. They're a little bit different. Traditionally, we'll use like metal ones that they're two-way breather vents, but this one's pretty cool. So it allows you, rather than having to wrap the vent. If you can see this one, let's check this one out. So this is a waste stack. This comes up, this vents the plumbing. And you can see this is typically how it is. So it ends up with a little bit of caulk around it in this. We never have them leak, but they can be a bit of a maintenance issue in year like 7, 8. You just need to make sure you come back, and it always has a little bit of caulk around it, commercial grade sealant. Well, this one comes with its own little target. It provides the same purpose, so a little bit of air can go in the plenum and a little bit escapes, but it gets rid of all the caulk and all the silicone that you would typically have to use. And I love that they're white. The other ones we use typically are OMG, and they're stainless. Just a cool little addition here, and then we got the big target around it. Much more seamless, much more of a long-term fix. Honestly, I think this roof will probably last 30 years, I really do, especially if it's properly maintained and inspected every few years. Let's show you the Bilco hatch one more time. Eric's getting it cleaned up for us, looking great. This thing is awesome, energy efficient, brand new. We custom built the curb. If you can see, we brought it in just a little bit so it fits. This is the kind of meticulous care that the guys take. Come up here with Windex. You're never gonna see a roofer on a roof with Windex. That's what we do, that's how we take care of it. Let's hop over to this other item here. So before, we've got some pictures of this. We can run in here if you take a picture before, but this was all masonry. It was covered with a granulated modified, really ugly, mucho feo. And now we've trimmed it out, we've put new pieces, we've put a vent here, and this whole piece is nice, brand new, 60 mil TPO. Again, it's gonna last probably 30 years as long as it's maintained. could be even longer. All right, so that's pretty much it on part 2 of this Lincoln Park TPO. I'm real proud of the way it turned out. We're gonna still clean it up. Few more hours here, but the guys are knocking it out. We did have to take a week off on this one, so the project took probably about 8 working days. It's a lot for our guys, but there were a lot going on here. If you'll remember from the other video, we did put a full 5.2 inches of polyiso insulation. That's gonna give the homeowner an R-30, and he's already said that it sounds way more quiet in his home, and they haven't got to test like the thermal resistance yet, but I guarantee you this can be way cooler in the summer, way warmer in the winter. All the cool things we've done, I'm real proud of that. Whether you're a homeowner looking for a roof replacement or a contractor looking for the best materials, Anchor Point Roofing is where it's at. Call us for your TPO roof in Lincoln Park, and we'll see you on the next one.